We continue the draft grade series here with the Buffalo Bills. If you guys don't know, I'm Two Tone Sports, and this draft series I will be going through every single team and giving them a grade based on my thoughts and opinions. You do not have to agree with it, but I would love to debate it in the comments below. As always, I love the support that these videos are getting, and I would love the discussions. So, if you guys like, any support to the channel is greatly appreciated. So what I do with these, if you are a first-time viewer of this series, I go through, read the pre- and post-draft analysis if it's there. I give my draft grades on just the draft moves. Then I go over and I read Mel Kiper's out to you, and I give you his grade. And then I will normally go and give you PFF's thought process and PFF's grade on the draft to give you 3 point of views. So with that being said, do not want to waste any more time. Let's jump right into it. All right, here we are, the Buffalo Bills. The first pick they had was round 26, where you guys traded up to get tight end Dalton Kincaid out of Utah. 6'4", 246 pounds. This kid was the #1 ranked tight end in the draft. Shocked he fell this far. So, with that being said, pre-draft, Kincaid is an efficient route runner who has big hands and plucks the ball out of the air. He accelerates quickly and has the ability to make the first defender miss and break tackles after the catch. He has the speed to threaten vertically and the frame to win 50-50 balls downfield. His ability to move around the formation makes him a matchup problem. Huge problem. Matt Miller's NFL comp for him is Zach Ertz. His post-draft analysis after going to the Buffalo Bills. With Dawson Knox already entrenched as the #1 tight end, Kincaid enters a situation where he can be the complementary option. He provides Josh Allen with another target alongside Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. Kincaid led the FBS in catches last season, 70, but his formational versatility will be an asset to the Bills' offense. He also has a natural feel versus zone coverage, as he recorded an FBS high 46 catches against zone coverage. That's crazy. All right, I believe the Bills already came out and said he's going to play more of like a slot receiver role, which is insane for that size. Projected year 1 impact, rookie of the year candidate. Wow. Okay, there is some concern about whether or not Kincaid will get enough targets. However, if he lands in high-power offense with one of the best QBs in the league and a talent to make most of his opportunity. The way your guys' draft fell out, I'm impressed. I can't give a grade. I'm going to give a grade once this whole thing is done, so bear with it. O'Cyrus Torrence in round 2. This guy was literally projected to you guys in the first, and you got him in the second. 6'5", 330-pound guard out of Florida. This is an A-plus pick. I'm not doing individuals, but I'm just saying this is A-plus. Literally A-plus. Pre-draft, Torrence, one of the most dominant interior offensive linemen in the country last season, has excellent size and consistently gets movement in the run game, latches on with big hands and controls defensive linemen while moving laterally as zone blocker. He doesn't change directions well, but he has good enough length and a powerful punch. Torrence rarely gives ground as a pass protector. His NFL comp is Trey Smith, which is ridiculous for a second-round pick. This kid was a first round. This kid was a day 1 pick. I don't care what anybody says. This kid was a day 1 pick. I mean, I don't know how you guys got him. I don't know how he fell here, but that's a home run pick. Post-draft analysis. Guard is one of the Bills' most pressing needs. Torrance should step into the starting role as a rookie and help keep the high-powered Buffalo offense firing on all cylinders. You literally just drafted 2 starters. High-caliber starters as well. Let's move on to the third pick. It's not going to be as exciting as those two, but Dorian Williams, another good pick. Williams is a sideline-to-sideline run defender and a powerful striker who closes well and chases with good effort. He's light but strong with longer arms and active hands. He reads the quarterback and matches patterns in underneath zone coverage. Williams has the range to spy the QB. Little undersized at 228, but to be honest, almost all the linebackers in this class were. So, post-draft, Matt Milano made the first team All-Pro last year, but Tremaine Edmonds signed with the Bears, creating a void at the starting spot opposite of Milano. Williams has a high ceiling that could prove to be a steal. If he's a steal, you guys slayed the first 3 picks. Justin Shorter. You read the dimensions right. 6'4", 229 pounds. Your second pick out of Florida. Shorter has a massive frame, long arms, and the build-up speed to threaten vertically. He can make difficult catches, but has too many focus drops, body catches, and double catches. He's tough going over the middle and is an aggressive blocker who takes pride in sustaining. Guys, that is the key sentence right there. Tough going over the middle, aggressive blocker. It is not usual to find a good blocking receiver. It's not usual to find a speedy 6'4" receiver. I like this pick. You guys had 2 7th-round selections. Nick Broeker, 6'4", 305-pound guard out of Ole Miss. I say it every video on these. You can't go wrong in taking depth at offensive line in later rounds. He fires off the ball, keeps his pad down, and gets good initial pop in the run game. As a pass blocker, he gets set quickly and mirrors well. He has a good core strength and shows the ability to anchor against bull rushers. Broeker has shorter arms, which hinders his ability to sustain as a run backer and in pass flow. It's probably the only reason why he fell this far. Still, 7th-round selection, grabbing offensive line depth. I like it. CB out of Oregon State, Alex Austin, 195 pounds. It's more of a bigger corner than you'll typically see. Austin is a taller corner who reads the QB and limits production after the catch. Breaking on passes thrown in front of him, he's effective in press when he wins with his hands and uses his body position to prevent receivers from stacking him on vertical routes. Austin is tough and flashes good stopping power in the run support. That is very rare of seeing out of a college corner, about good stopping power in run support. Sorry for yawning. I've been on a roll with these videos these past day or two. Just don't really have much sleep. So the draft and everything. My draft grade. I'm giving the Bills an A-. If you don't agree with it, debate with me below why that should change. Love to have a conversation with you. But I'm giving the Bills an A-. Dalton Kincaid. There was no receivers left on the board at this point. So let's just grab the best pass-catching tight end in the draft. 6'4", 246. This kid is going to probably line up in the slot a lot. He's got the speed too. Don't get me wrong, he's not going to run past a lot of corners. But look how big he is. 6'4", 246. Him and Dawson Knox can be on the field at the same time. Comp is Zach Ertz. This was an awesome pick. You're getting the top-ranked tight end at pick 26. And then this is the home run pick to me that made your draft. You needed O'Cyrus Torrence. You were supposed to take him in the first round. He was mocked to you guys in many mocks, including mine in the first. So what do? You got him in the second. O'Cyrus Torrence, 6'5", 330-pound guard. Comp Trey Smith in the second round. Now you got a weapon for Allen, and you got somebody to protect Allen. A starter in both aspects. On a team that's already playoff bound. Super Bowl caliber before this. So you got two more starters on offense? That's why you guys are getting an A-. If Dorian Williams pans out, this can easily turn to an A+ draft. Easily turn to an A+ draft. These guys, probably special teams. Can't go wrong with depth. I say it over and over again. I'm giving you guys an A-, though. I love this draft for you guys. Let's move on to Mel Kiper. I wonder what his grade is, to be honest. I didn't have tight end listed among the Bills' pre-draft needs, but we ought to consider their first pick as a player who could fill a void at slot receiver. They traded up 2 spots to take Dalton Kincaid, the best pass-catching tight end in this class. Led off all FBS tight ends with 70 catches last season and did a lot of damage out of the slot. This is a team that needed a playmaker to take the load off Stephon Diggs. Kincaid will help. Josh Allen now has Kincaid and Dawson Knox as his 2 top tight ends, and he has to be thrilled. O'Cyrus Torrence, at 59, is a road grading guard who should push for early playing time. Off-ball linebacker Dorian Williams ran a 4.49 40-yard dash at the combine, and he has some coverage ability. Tremaine Edmonds left to free agency. Baltimore has a need at inside backer, though I'm not sure Williams is the perfect fit. Nick Broker is a decent guard prospect who is definitely worth a 7th-round pick. I question the Bills not taking a corner until the 7th round, but the first 3 selections in this class are enough for a solid B. Yeah, I gave you an A. I know you needed corner, but I know you didn't need tight end, but the guard was needed. I don't know why that's not on there. And receiver was needed. I get the receiver wasn't there, but dude, Dalton Kincaid is like a legit slot weapon. So that's a receiver. In my eyes, I'm giving you the A-. I don't agree with Mel Kiper. I find some of his grades to be a little weird. He plays a little more favorability depending on draft like spot. I prefer draft spot and value a lot more, but he spends a lot of time on like value of the position. I go based on value of the player. So Buffalo Bills are an A- to me. They are a B in Mel Kiper's eyes. Let's see what PFF has to say. There's your draft. Day 1, they make the small jump to land the premier pass-catching tight end in the draft. 10th overall player on PFF's big board. Wow. Huge value pick. Kincaid was focal point of Utah's offense. Led all players out of the position with a 91.8 PFF receiving grade. That's why I like throwing PFF in here. It gives you a little different viewpoint of this. Day 2, like the Giants just a few picks ago, this could have easily been the Bills' first-round selection. A mountain of a man at the position can still move better than his size would suggest after starting his career at Louisiana. He made the move to the SEC with ease, finishing 2022 with an 89.9 PFF run blocking grade, which was the best in the Power 5 last season. Bills trade up to secure Williams, a player with legitimate range and a huge wingspan. Those trades helped him morph into one of the most impactful players at the position against the pass throughout his college career. Williams produced a top 10 coverage grade among FBS off-ball linebackers in 2 of his last 3 seasons at Tulane. Shorter is one of the bigger wide receivers in this class, coming in at 6'4" and 234 pounds with nearly 34-inch arms. He was a big play threat for the Gators and averaged 19.9 yards per reception in 2022 without a drop pass. He'll likely fill a similar role for Buffalo and compete to be on the receiving end of Josh Allen's bombs. Most brokers, 3,323 offensive snaps at Ole Miss came at left tackle, but he kicked inside the left guard in 2022. He was a reliable pass protector for the Rebels with a 70-plus PFF pass blocking grades in each of the past 2 seasons. Guys, it's a versatile offensive lineman in day 3. That's a stud of a pick. I did not realize that until reading that. That's freaking awesome. Austin produced 70-plus PFF coverage and run defense grades in his final season in college. On the field for 476 cover snapped, he allowed 42 receptions for 529 yards in 2022. PFF gives the Buffalo Bills a draft grade of an A. So Mel gives them a B. I give them an A minus. They give them an A. Guys, I'm right there. I am right there. They probably give the later round selections a little bit more weight than I did. Mine is A minus. Easily could be an A, but I'm leaving it at A minus. I love the first 2 picks of Kincaid and Osiris Torrance. I agree they needed a corner, but you never know in this league. Lately, we've been seeing offense win championships. You gotta keep Allen clean. Keep Allen clean. Osiris Torrance will help do that. Guys, once again, this is a video of a series of giving draft grades out to every single team. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, I'm Two Tone Sports. And as always, thank you so much for watching.